What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. Today we are going to dive deep into the stealth nerfs and the stealth changes that are coming with the Testlive update. Now these things are not in the patch notes. You will not find them anywhere in the patch notes. These are things that I came across because I happen to have things that I tested prior to this patch that I was able to load up and look at the differences. And we're running around like a chicken with our head cut off because that's the way that I feel like these patches and these notes and the future of Funcom is going. Totally headless, and that's the way we're gonna represent it today. Now, in full disclosure, this is all Testlive content and is subject to change. However, I don't see this changing because they did it without saying anything about it. So, without deep diving and knowing what this information was prior to this patch, you would have no idea that this actually happened. And when they do that, I usually see those things just slide right through. They have no intention of reverting those changes, let alone bringing up the fact that they have now totally destroyed the Numidian helmet, totally destroyed the Godbreaker boots, totally destroyed Yog's touch. All of those things are totally destroyed, and I mean, whatever, Funcom, you do you, and if your players decide that they like the changes, I guess they'll stay in play. However, while I'm looking at your numbers continue to drop and drop and drop, it shows me that you are losing your casual players. And your casual players is what's going to make up the largest part of your player base. So you better keep that in mind in future changes. Honestly, if I want to play Dark Souls, I'll play Dark Souls. But that's a totally different video. In this video, I'm going to cover the stealth changes, and I'm also going to tell you guys I'm taking a break. I am going to walk away from Conan Exiles for some time. It's undetermined at this point in time how much time I'm going to take away from Conan Exiles, but I'm doing it. I have to do it. This stuff gets me riled up, and I'm just not going to continue to support the changes that they're making through my content. So, jumping right into it, let's look at a bunch of weapons that went through a stealth nerf and never got mentioned in the patch notes. Now we're going to start off here with the Ancient Lemurian Trident. The Ancient Lemurian Trident that I crafted before this patch, and that's going to be anything on this top line, it's going to be anything on this top line. All of these weapons here down to here have all received stealth nerfs. So let's look at the difference. The Ancient Lemurian Trident, 68 damage, 22 armor pen. Now down to 53 damage, 20 armor pen. The Ancient Lemurian Shield had 10,237 durability after putting the kit on it. Now it has a 1,546. Additionally, the damage has changed. You can see 34 and 12% armor pen. What it had before was the same as the Akbatanan Shield, which was 45 damage and 14% armor pen. Moving on to Telesaro, and this is a sad, sad day for Telesaro. 87 damage, 39 armor pen, all the way down to 79 damage and 37% armor pen. Moving on to the Dragonbone Maul, 75 damage, 45% armor pen, all the way down to 68 damage, 45% armor pen. The Dragonbone Spear goes from 68 damage, 21% armor pen, all the way down to 62 damage, 21 armor pen. The Dragonbone Two-Handed Sword, 82 damage, 35% armor pen, down to 75 damage, 35% armor pen. The Daggers of Dagon go from 69 damage, 31% armor pen, down to 52 damage, 29% armor pen. And the Black Ice Broadsword, again, still not fixed the way that it should be as a two-handed Black Ice sword, but the Black Ice Broadsword, 72 damage, 21% armor pen, down to 58 damage, 20% armor pen. Now, if you look across this list, this is my top 10 craftables plus some extras that we found afterwards. The things that didn't change: the Star Metal Great Axe, that stayed the same, the Tenderizer, that stayed the same, and the Ancient Lemurian Axe, that stayed the same, which is actually kind of funny because if anything should have got nerfed out of this entire list, it probably should have been the Ancient Lemurian Axe, coming in and almost crushing Yog's touch depending on the armor that you're going up against. But it's not the fact that they nerfed these things that irks me off. It's the fact that they didn't say, hey, we went through and changed a whole bunch of different weapons, damage, and armor pen to bring it more in line and balanced with the rest of the game. Now, hopefully you are still here because this one will probably irk you, and I have no idea whether this is intended, but I ran across it and I want to bring it to your attention because the only way that you guys get this to not happen in game is to go over to the forums and let them know we don't want this change. But with that being said, I'm going to bring up the Numidian and the Godbreaker boots. Both of those have been taken out of the game, or at least intended to be taken out of the game, dependent on feedback. When you gave it to a thrall, it used to repair your weapon, right? And thralls didn't use durability. Well, I'm here to tell you, guess what? They use durability now. So I have a two-handed stone sword with durability of 4.1 on it because I want to show you how this works. We're going to bring in just a crocodile. We'll get one of those guys in here. Let's see. Let's do 2 of them. Actually, we'll do we'll do 4. Let's get 4 of them in here. So let's watch the durability on her weapon. There it goes. It's going down. Now it's broken. Here's what happens right away after it's broken. It actually turns into an invisible sword that she can still use. Now, the invisible sword only works until server restart or until you take that weapon away from her or put it in her inventory. So if I go up to her and I say, put this back in your inventory, you look crazy standing there ready to fight without anything to fight. And then I come back over here and I get her another croc to fight. Let's go crocodile and this one right here. Let's go ahead and fight that one. She will not re-equip that sword no matter what. Until it is repaired, she will not re-equip it. Now, you guys know that what happens to legendary weapons when they totally break is they are dunzo. You have to, at that point, throw them in the dismantle bench and get the few star metal that you're going to get out of them. And that's if it's a dismantleable weapon. Some of the legendary weapons cannot be dismantled, so those are going to end up being loot bags on the ground. And again, it's not necessarily the change that I'm upset with, but I'm definitely upset with the fact that this was not communicated in the patch notes. And what this tells me is that it actually snuck through, should not have been in this round of Testlive. It's a update that's coming with 2.20 because I still think there's more information or more changes that are coming with the full update. I think we just have a very small purview of the things that they are going to change with update 2.2. And that's it, guys. I'm super frustrated. I'm taking a break. I'm walking away from Conan Exiles. You guys will be able to see something else coming on my channel in the future. I'm not sure what that's going to be right now. You guys can leave me suggestions in the comment section if you'd like to do that. But that's all I have for this video. But the fun doesn't have to stop here. You can pick one of the other videos coming up on the screen to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace. I'd like to give a big shout out to all my YouTube members. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not subscribed, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video.